morning. Good morning. Good morning, YouTube viewers. Good morning, Facebook Nation. Good morning to all people, all colors, all languages around the world. Good morning to everyone. May you all have the most beautiful day humanly possible for everyone. Before we start, click like, subscribe, share. On the playlist, there's a lot of different topics, things that we go through, in our everyday lives, just different ways of looking at situations in our lives and different ways of handling situations. Man, it's already hot. The AC is in the other room, but it is already getting hot. So everybody stay hydrated, and try to avoid this heat as much as possible. Also, again, condolences to the lives that have been lost due to mass shootings and just the road rage and the violence, things that we were talking about last year, and the records are already broken and continuing to rise, and summer isn't really in full swing yet. So just condolences to everyone who's affected by this. So today's topic is fitting. We're getting away from mass shootings and the sad realities of things we're facing in life. So we're going to discuss wisdom. Something that most people we take it for granted, and you're going to learn something about your wisdom that is going to change the way that you feel about how choices are made, decisions are made, and everything else. We never associate that with wisdom. So today we're going to find out how to apply wisdom to everything so that you predict the outcomes of the reality in which you want. You predict the results that you want. So today's topic is wisdom, and in parentheses, age is no excuse. And because when we get older, we still, that we're affected by it most, because we go to this ignore stage where we ignore certain parts of reality. It's going to be explained also. So why is wisdom an important factor when it comes to aging? Also, how wisdom should be applied to everyday situations in our lives, how we apply wisdom to everything that we do, and it makes the outcome easier, simpler, and there's benefits from it. So in order to know what wisdom is, what we do here. If you want to know how to fix something, we got to know what it is first. So let's find out what wisdom is. Wisdom is the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. The quality of being wise. Okay, that's the definition. So the whys of life can be defined by that word, wisdom. Everything is encompassed within. Happiness, sadness, our wants, our needs, stress, anxiety, success, failure, wealth, and poverty. All encompass choices, decisions, and desires based on wisdom. So whatever we do, if we do it with wisdom, how many people sit back and say, hey, let me make a wise choice about that? No, we automatically go into our subconscious, which has already been programmed to think outside of ourselves. But yet and still, the wisdom that protects us is the wisdom that we have within each person. So these are all based on wisdom. So it is vital to know who you are. It's the most important aspect of it. There's 3 phases to wisdom, and we're going to talk about self-reflection. So self-reflection is hard for anyone to do. Most people don't want to look within themselves. Most people fear it. Most people can't. And in order for a person, any person, to become whole, to become complete, you have to be comfortable with everything that makes you you. And there is no apology for that. I'm going to explain this. So it's a hard thing, it's a hard task to attain, to be self-reflective. However, being accepting to a notion or a fact. And this is that there are just some things in life that we just don't know. And, in life we may not even get the answer to what we don't know. But, however, it's the willingness to know than to have not known at all. So, it's our willingness for self-reflection. By self-reflection, we're always improving. And when it comes to self-reflection, when it comes to improving, the minute that you add something outside of it, whether it be material, whether it be a significant other, whether it be your children, anything that's out external, if you add to it, then you're not dealing with yourself. You're dealing with something that's outside of yourself. Realizing that everything is within you and everything that's outside of you is a complement to your reality, the things that you want in life, and the desired outcomes that you want in life. And we're going to get a little deeper into it. So, what does it mean to limit our reality? What do I mean by that, to limit our reality? Okay, so let's look at today's train of thought, which implies that for every personality in which we encounter, a personality accompanies it. And what this means is, for every person that we meet in life, there's a personality that comes out. We want to be the nice person. We want to be the I don't want to be bothered person. So it all goes with accordance to whatever the frequency or whatever the vibe that we pick up from others. So, excuse me. So we become whoever to whomever, instead of being one person all the time. And why is this important? Because again, this ties in with knowing yourself. And part of knowing yourself is limiting our reality so that we don't function in multiple faces, being multiple different people. Because then that's too much stress and it takes too much time out of living your life. If you are who you are, it doesn't matter what other people think, which allows you opportunities to focus on other things in life that matter to you. And what happens with most of us is we worry about what everybody else is thinking. Again, if you add something in to your wisdom, then it's not wisdom, because you're not dealing with complete self. You're dealing with outside factors that have nothing to do with who we are, in order for us to use the wisdom to make better choices. So, what this ultimately means is that wisdom realizes that this is wasted time. And again, I have brought up how being one person, one mind, making wise choices brings forth the best possible results so that you can live your best life. So, wisdom is a group of things. Like I said, it's based on really three things: knowing yourself, limiting your reality, and then the third one, why would words matter? So let's look at why and how words play into wisdom. All right, words matter. The reason for this part of this topic and bringing this out is because many of the words of today have multiple meanings. Meaning that, we always hear people say, well, I didn't mean it that way, or I know what I said, but I didn't mean it. This eliminates it, because you understand what it means, regardless if the next person made a mistake. You understand what it means, so therefore you can act on it. Whether you go along with it, whether you condone, however you view it, whether you agree, right then and there you have a choice, because you know what these things mean. So, however, in understanding words, this makes life easy and simple. By understanding words, it makes it simple, because wisdom is the attribute that makes sense out of words that over time we have been conditioned to ignore, i.e. be the bigger person. This is where multiple meanings hide. So, we've been conditioned to do that. We condition it like, oh, this is what you mean. I apologize. Even though the word meant exactly how it was said, we change it, and that's playing mind games with us. So again, how can we use wisdom? How can we make sound choices if again we're operating on something that's external to us, instead of dealing with the truth and the wisdom that we have within ourselves? Again, that comes from limiting your reality and knowing who you are. And without the three, we really don't gain a sense of completeness. We have to understand the importance of words. Okay? So, in short, wisdom can only be achieved by knowing yourself, being comfortable in one reality which is consistent to who you are as a person, uncompromisable, knowing that all words matter, because within words lies your reality. Our reality lies in the words that we bypass, and the words that we hold on to, and the words that we allow to have multiple meanings. So understanding that how you feel and what you will achieve in life is not based on success, wealth, or material gain. Life is based on what a person is willing to condone. So wisdom, basically, all aspects are what it is that we condone. If we want to be wealthy, then we have to condone certain behaviors. If we want a better relationship, we have to condone certain aspects of behavior. If we want to be successful on a job, we have to condone with certain aspects of what the job entails. So it's give and take. Wisdom goes hand in hand with what it is that we condone. If we condone the things that are right, then we build a better life for ourselves. If we condone, what has been the way that it's been in the past, then we don't allow ourselves to move, into a brighter future. We stay trapped to that past, and this is what happens with a lot of people. That most people find it difficult to whether walk away or make a different job decision, or even to walk away from relationships. These are all things where wisdom comes into play. And wisdom also has to play a part in what makes those things succeed. And the way that we tap into the wisdom is to know ourselves, because by knowing ourselves, we know our strengths, we know our weaknesses. So today's video is basically a video that brings us back into ourselves and what tools we need in order to use wisdom in the correct way, to make wise choices in the correct way, and to understand that a part of wisdom is understanding that a lot of what we've been taught throughout life may not be true. But the fact that we question the validity and the truth of the wisdom that has been passed on to us, it allows us to make changes for our future. So every generation gets better. Every generation gets wiser. Every generation is comfortable with who they are as an individual. And that's where change begins. So with that, everyone, have the beautiful day, and let's use that wisdom to our advantage, because we really need wisdom out here in this world today, because things have gone a little unhinged. So with that, everyone, have a beautiful day. Have a peaceful day. Peace and blessings.